southbound. I've been hellbound, riding on the midnight train. Going too fast now, think I ought to slow down, standing in the pouring rain.
1, 2, 3. What's going on, guys? Tristan and Tony back with another episode of the One Hell of Life Outdoor Podcast, and that is a goose band from your trip from Illinois. I don't know. We talked about that when you were here with Cal, or when last time I was on the podcast just by myself and called in with you and Cal. I'm sure we talked about that.
Yeah, it's because I'm a badass.
But what's
dude? It's taken me all these years to finally even see one on a hunt. Like, we've never even seen one on a hunt. The hundreds of hunts that we have been on.
But I will say Canada geese, it's like, it's kind of like an inflated. It's like shooting,
it is.
It's like shooting
like
wood
ducks.
Yeah, wood
duck,
duck,
but
man.
still in all, to not even see one during a hunt.
Yeah.
It's kind of blows my mind. Because listen, not that we're anything special, but we have definitely seen hundreds. You just messed that up.
No, I didn't. It was tilted. It was not tilted the correct way.
It's off center now.
It's fine.
It's not.
It's not. Whatever.
Anyway, so
it was tilted the opposite way.
No, but look at the dartboard in that's always the sign.
I don't care about that. The computer was tilted.
Oh, I got you. Anyway, but no, it was that's pretty typical of us. Whether it's a decoy spread or a tree stand setup
or the camera,
or the camera angle, whatever. But hey, you know what? That's us.
So we just got back from an awesome weekend down in Florida. Me, Drew, Dad, and our friend Jay that I think we mentioned it before on the podcast, but if not, he's a guy that we have hunted similar areas and just through like social media and stuff have like connected through that. He obviously follows our stuff and
great dude.
Yeah, he was super, super helpful and can't give him enough credit, honestly, because he was basically, this is a lottery hunt that we don't always pull. Like, it's taken us 3 years collectively as a group to pull this hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And he was basically like, look, if you guys pull it, his benefits, he gets to go on the hunt, of course, but he also knows a ton about, and work the dog, knows a ton about the area, and it's like 7 hours from us, so it is really difficult to like scout. Now, I will say this is a spot that like you could just get dumb lucky in and have some success. Success, but if you really want to shoot,
we've been dumb lucky.
Yeah, we have. But if you want to shoot like some cool ducks, like you definitely gotta know what you're doing. But super thankful to Jay. We shot a 4-man limit. It was a blast. Ringnecks, teal, a bluebill, a bufflehead. So awesome hunt. And the video, we're gonna sit on a lot of our videos from this year. Actually, the rest of the videos we're gonna sit on and put out next season and just try to like really hammer like 6 or 8 good videos. The rest of the season we're just filming and just gonna stack up some content to
if you follow us, we'll everything you'll see is previewed through social media. We're just gonna show you that's our best first, right? So if you follow us on social media, you're gonna see what we got in store. And
not waiting to put anything out on social media. Definitely gonna be out.
Right.
New stuff's gonna be on there.
Well, I will break the news on this hunt. And there's one solid thing that I definitely gained from that.
What's that?
Water swat the shit out of them. Dude, hit them. Dude, when you win that battle or win that game and land them in the spread, there's nothing more gratifying than that. And honestly, because of Jay's setup, the way he had us set up would be totally different than a northern hunter would hunt. And dude, I've never seen anything like it. Like, as far as us landing so many ducks. Would you agree?
Yeah, it was a little bit interesting of a situation because he knew where the ducks would be flying from, and they don't, like, in the marsh down there, like, and I don't know how the marsh is in, like, Louisiana, Texas, like some of these other places, but the marsh in Florida, like, very rarely do you get these, like, ducks that, like, circle high and, like, like you're working mallards in the Midwest, whack, 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 hit them on the corners, and then, talk.
They're marsh runners, dude.
Talk softer to them, as they're coming in, and then they get out wide again, and you hammer them. That's not how it works here. Like, basically, you just like are sitting there, and next thing you know, 12 teal land in your decoys over your left shoulder. You're like, what? I don't even know what happened.
They came in from 6 inches off the water.
And most of the time we've hunted down there, it's usually like a variable wind, like hardly any wind. But there was a decent wind today. We're kind of hunting, or on that day, and we're kind of hunting on like a crosswind. So they're kind of coming from our left side and just kind of like when they would decoy. And we didn't call one time. Didn't call a single time. Shot a 4-man. So like it's just not.
And no spinning wind decoys.
Yep, no spinning decoys.
Zero.
Just like flock and flicker type deals and just ripplers and stuff. But
Yep.
just a completely different style of hunting, but that's what we love is to experience those different types of huntings. If you guys are listening to this and you hunt in like the Florida in particular, but Texas, Louisiana, any of these states that have like your typical marsh, we'd love to hear just kind of how you guys are doing it. Obviously, some of these marshes actually get like big ducks on a regular basis, and you probably have to hunt them, do a little bit more calling and things like that. But I'm curious to hear like how people do it in different areas. But tomorrow at 7 a.m., we're leaving to go where?
Delta Thunder Outfitters, baby. Let's go. You know what? This might be one of the longest runs it's been for us not there.
Yeah.
During a duck season, just because we've had so much going on. But no, we're super excited to get back. It's second home to us. You know, outside of any duck hunting we do, it's always a good time there with Cade, and he's a good friend of ours. And but yeah, no, I'm looking forward to getting out there, man, and shooting some ducks.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's been about a month since we've been out there, which I don't, like you said, I don't think in our entire time of like hunting with Cade that we've gone a month during duck season that we have not been out there. So super excited to get back out there, especially for like, we're going to have Wednesday afternoon. I don't know if we're actually going to hunt Wednesday afternoon, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning. So we're going to have a good run out there, and hopefully we catch them right. We'll see.
Yep. And if we don't, guess what? We'll drink a bunch of Dirty Duck coffee.
Yeah.
And get all amped up, and we'll think about snow or sky blasting snow geese. And
they're saying, I mean, to your point about snow geese, they're saying there's the most snow geese that, like, you've heard Cade and everybody say this, like,
Cal,
how many freaking snow geese there are in northeast Arkansas right now is like unprecedented.
Yeah, in southeast Missouri, northeast Arkansas, yeah, there's a ton there. I don't know if they'll be there when it comes time for us to hunt them, bastards. But
probably won't be.
But apparently it's a pretty good Nat Geo show right now as far as all that goes. Everybody I talked to said there's a lot out there. So, but no, I think the overall, as far as Arkansas goes, I think there's a lot of people still dealing with water issues. Getting out to all their spots. And that's going to be good for us, hopefully, especially with this whole, cold front come through. It ought to be really good.
This fall, elevate your outdoor pursuits with Williamson Outfitters, offering professionally guided experiences along Florida's Forgotten Coast. Whether it's coastal duck hunting, inshore fishing, gator hunting, or flounder gigging, every Williamson Outfitters experience is guided by a seasoned, licensed captain, delivering world-class adventure with local expertise. From small private groups to large corporate retreats, our fleet of well-equipped boats and experienced guides deliver first-class outdoor adventures for sportsmen of all ages and experience levels. Call or text 850-251-8650 or visit www.floridaducks.com to book your trip. Williamson Outfitters, making the Forgotten Coast unforgettable.
I hope so. I mean, it's coming off of those 70-degree days. I know a lot of people were struggling. I kept seeing TikToks about, like, out here duck hunting at 70 degrees in December, like definitely a weird weather spell. And it was interesting, like you just sent me that thing Brad Cohen posted.
Yeah.
That was a lot of people think you get this reverse migration, which I'm not doubting on maybe teal and some like spoonies. Like I would be
some that are more the ones that are less tolerant.
Yeah, I would be shocked if the data suggests that they didn't, because we've experienced where teal just show up, when it's 70 degrees again. Yeah. But out there in Arkansas, but the mallard data that Brad was showing, like they didn't move.
No.
Yeah, they didn't move. The got 70 degrees. They didn't reverse push at all. They just stayed where they were. They're like, we're cool here. We know it's gonna get cold again.
Right. Well, and that just falls in line really with, when we've talked with him in the past, he said that most of their GPS ducks that they get, they stay within a 4 square mile area, which I know anybody listening to this that's out there in Arkansas is probably going, bullshit. There ain't no way. Hey, you can't argue with science, right? And that's what the truth is, So maybe they only do that on the Tennessee side. I'm not sure.
No, yeah, I don't know, but why? Before we get too far down the rabbit hole, I wanted to tell you all the new hats are in. If you're watching the podcast, you can probably see me and Tony rocking them. So I got let's see, there's 3 different styles of hats. 2 of them are like the old school rope hats. He's got like the Richardson trucker on, but we did them in the duck and buck. So like he's got the duck on, and you can see mine. I got the old school buck rope hat, but they're really slick. They got like
Mine's better.
A nice little
If you look at it.
high quality patch on there. Yeah, if you want one, go to onehellofoutdoors.com, and if you buy 2, you get free shipping. But yeah, we just did a limited run of hats. We try to do that every so often. Definitely appreciate y'all showing the support and buying the hats. We've already sold a few already. So, yeah, just want to make that public service announcement.
Yeah, well, let's wrap up deer season.
Yeah,
dude.
Did not end well.
Yeah, no, it didn't end well. It didn't.
For me, your story's still out in the open.
Yeah, no. I mean, I had a fun season. I mean, thankful to Cade.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, just going out there, and you guys heard about me hunting in Missouri. I got my deer meat. I got some horns. Nothing giant, but it's an average deer season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And shot my first deer with a crossbow.
Yep.
I can say it. I mean, next year maybe it's a slingshot. I don't know, but no, it was a good season. I mean, honestly, if I get through the season and I got meat in my freezer, that's the most. At the end of the day, like if I couldn't have anything else, like the fun, the experiences with people, big antlers, take all that and throw it away. At the end of the season, I look at my freezer now and I'm like, I need meat.
Right.
And I mean, my wife's just been like, dude, our meat bill is dropped like we haven't had one ever since I got those deer. Like it's for 2 months. Like every time I want meat, I've got plenty of it. So
yeah, no, for sure. It's funny when you look at the breakdown. It's definitely obviously way better on the deer side of things than duck when you try to figure out what your expenditure is per pound. It's never good, but a little bit better on deer, and obviously there's the satisfaction of eating your deer. But man, it's been kind of an interesting. I wouldn't say my deer season's been bad either. You can't ever complain when opening day you shoot a deer. Especially when it's a clean kill, they went 60 yards. Not too much can complain about that. But from a, I guess, frustration standpoint, been a little frustrating the last. I mean, because we've hunted I wouldn't say we've hunted hard, but I would say for the working class person, just with your weekend hunters and hunting when you can with the holidays and stuff like that, we've hunted hard considering that time frame. And
no, I really feel like every bit of free time we've had has been in deer stand.
Yeah, I'd say probably between the week of Thanksgiving and now, I'd say we probably put 50 hours conservatively in the tree stand. And we've seen deer and stuff. It's just been a little bit frustrating to not be able to connect on something. And then the last really hunt I'll probably have was this past Sunday, and we felt pretty good about the spot and been seeing some decent stuff on camera, and just didn't work out. So
instead, we went on public land where no ATVs are allowed and ran into a tweaker on a 4-wheeler. So that was nice the day before.
Yeah, I wasn't too worried about that. That's but no, we really did.
But that really just kind of like added a comma to the whole towards the end of the season, because we hunted hard, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we really did. And then really coming out, it really kind of solidified us. I mean, there was a ridge just ripped apart and beds everywhere, poop everywhere, that the deer basically said, we're just letting you know that this is where we were. When you guys were down there, we were up here, and
you summed it up, and I've thought about this about 3 times since. You were just like, yep, we missed the boat on that one. I'm like, yeah, unfortunately, I think you're right.
I mean, you can tell when it's fresh, and there was no doubt about it. I mean, you're seeing leaves slipped over that are wet on the backside. I mean, just obvious signs of fresh. And that's just where they wanted to be, and we were not.
Yep. And you know what I'll say though, you sit in the tree stand, you have a lot of time to reflect on things. I really, the way this season has gone, I've had several times in my deer hunting career where I go 50+ hours and don't kill a deer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what just makes it satisfying because, and I don't want to throw shade on anybody who's got like that badass hunting spot where it's just like, you're going to go in there and get a good deer. Cause I mean, that's great. And I love that. But I think one of the things that I personally love about it is like, it just makes those moments that much better. And like bow hunting in particular, like, I mean, there was a deer I was going to shoot 3 weeks ago. It wasn't crazy. It was a little 6-pointer, but he was at 45 yards, and I really wanted him to be at like 35 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like those little things with bow hunting that make it that much more challenging. But that's when it does happen, why it's so rewarding. And so, because it's just not everyone can do it, especially on public land. And it's, you got to have them in a certain area. Like we saw, like just while we've been hunting in the last
They're
month,
close enough that you can feel them.
We've seen 120-inch deer and 140-inch deer just here in Georgia. Like nothing crazy, or and no like crazy spot in Georgia. It's just public land. You're seeing like decent deer. So it's like if I had a gun, I would have killed those deer potentially. But that's just what makes bow hunting great, and makes me more motivated going into next season to hopefully try to seal the deal on a buck, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry for my ramble there. I was trying to put
No,
together.
it was good. It's a good reflection. Like, one thing that I'm big about, and I am, is that every time we're out in the woods, I'm always trying to show you something. I mean, I've always done that since you were a little first time you could walk through the woods with me, and I do it still today. And, whether it's we're walking through the woods and look at that rock.
Yeah.
Or this is a certain kind of plant, or, man, look at that track, or we're always looking and gaining something from the experience, right? It's not just like, I think you could walk out to your deer stand from your truck and walk right back and miss a whole lot. I mean, a ton, honestly. And I think that's one of the things that, I thank God that like it's created that curiosity in me to where I'm always looking at these things, what I mean? You're the same way, you're sitting there and all of a sudden a cardinal bird lands next to you and you're like, man, did you see that freaking cardinal bird right there? But it's the ability to pick up on those things. And I was thinking about that as we were walking out the other day. I was just like, man, I hate saying goodbye. Like it felt like we were, I don't know. Does anybody else go through that? Like when you're walking out for that last time, like the last time you play on the football field in high school type of feeling, you're like, you turn around, you look at that field and you go, I'll see you next. Well, that time you say, I'm never going to see you again. But you do. You look back at your spot and you're like, I look back at this land and I still feel like we gained a ton of knowledge of the game we had to play a little bit, the traffic of other hunters, what we learned about specific ridges, valleys, what the deer are doing, even that one walk out, right? I think there's a ton of people that would agree that some of the best deer sign you've ever found has been on a blood trail, right? Mm-hmm. When you see those things, you just randomly look at an area that you weren't looking at. But I felt like I got a lot of that out of this season. I really do. I feel like I learned a lot.
Yeah, no, I do too. And I think it set us up for future success there. And, to your point, like, no, to his point, like, that's one thing that I don't know that I think about all the time, but I think me and him are kind of unusual in the aspect of how much we appreciate the little things and how, like, just like we'll be walking out and be like, man, like the other night, like the moon was just unbelievably bright for not being a full moon. And I'm like, do you see these shadows right now? Like, and just little things like that, the cardinal, like he said, or whatever it might be, like, there's always just these little things that me and him point out to each other. And I feel like I do that to a lot of people in like regular life that don't spend as much time in the outdoors. And they're just kind of, like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever, But like just those little things that we find beauty in that I just don't think a lot of people that don't hunt, necessarily see. But that's another thing that, makes it great. But another thing to his point about the leaving an area behind and kind of just being like that's the end of the year, like I remember like I took one last look at this spot when we were walking out, because this, like, not even kidding, is probably the most pretty spot I've ever hunted in, just because it's like I couldn't show you guys a video of it because there'd be somebody that would like find it and know that we're in a bow hunting only area on public land and probably figure out exactly where it was, because there's like some
figured it out.
really good internet sleuths. But just these beautiful rolling grass hills that you just don't really see in Georgia, and we're set up on the side of them and kind of got the woods on one side, got these, I mean, really like mountains, honestly. Like, it truly, like, I was sending it to my
really
buddy
is.
in Illinois, and I'm like, we're out hunting out west is what it looks like. And he's like, seriously, you know, it's just absolutely
like, you wouldn't be
beautiful
surprised
country.
if a mule deer walked into the frame.
That's what it looks like. It looks like you'd sit up on top of here and like glass for mule deer. It's gorgeous. But I was just, when you went to the bathroom, just talking about like how much I like just the little things like that, just the little cool things like that I pick up on too. And obviously just it came from the way you are about stuff like that, but people in just like general society like just walk right by these things and don't
Dude,
even,
they do. You just stomp right in the trees. I guarantee you, if you're listening,
I'm not even talking about hunters. I'm talking about people that don't really hunt like that.
or you're
that
just not
walk,
geared that way.
Yeah, you're just not geared. You just walk past like, oh wow, those flowers are beautiful. Like, I
Right.
do that kind of stuff all the time.
Right, like, what the hell's a holly tree doing here?
Mhm.
You know, we do that, like, sometimes, like, every time I see, like, a holly tree, or what was the tree in Florida we would see? A magnolia. You know, those, when you see those, like, out in the swamp or, you know, somewhere odd, right?
Mhm.
You're like, dude, did somebody used to live here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this was an old homestead. Like, I do it in a park right next door here. It's 900 acres, and good job. Big shout out to Gwinnett County. And we have several parks like that in Gwinnett County, but it's almost 900 acres of forest. And I'll walk through there, and I can definitely see, like, where old homesteads were, and, like, block stone, you know, foundations to something.
What's up, guys? Tristan here. If you're like us, you need gear that's going to stand up to the elements and not break the bank. That's exactly what we love about Frog Talks. They just dropped their brand new Oxbow Waterfowl series, and let me tell you, this stuff is built for serious hunters who don't want to quit when the weather turns nasty. It's tough, lightweight, and waterproof. Everything you need when you're out there chasing ducks. If you're looking to upgrade your gear this season, head over to frogtalks.com and use code OneHellOfALifeOutdoors at checkout for 15% off your order.
The things that I'd love to hear more feedback on, that we've done minimal research on, is how often we're out in Georgia, dude, like in those mountain bases and things like that, and we run into these pile rocks. It's always on a ridge. It's always off the side of a ridge, and that park's got a ton of them. But they look like, almost like if you were setting up for infantry above your enemy, they look like little spots, like you would hide people with rifles. You know what I mean?
A foxhole type deal, but behind,
but it's like rocks. And I did a little bit of research, and it said something to do with like burials and stuff like that. But I'd like to know more about that, honestly. And I've lacked the time to. Maybe I'll do that as soon as I get off the podcast. Now that my ADD mind is thinking about that instead of work or whatever.
as long as you're at my house at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I would really like to be on the road at 7 a.m. We're trying to beat that Atlanta traffic getting out of town in the morning, so we'll see.
Well, yeah, and then that kind of sets us up for avoiding a bunch of traffic overall, just like any city that we go through, whether it be like Birmingham or.
We'd be if we left my house at 6, we'd be rolling through Birmingham at 8:30, so that'd be probably some prime Birmingham traffic, but you know, whatever.
Hey, well, I guess I shouldn't even say not switch topics, because I am. Listen, y'all, especially you public land folks, I am not going to stress enough that wear your damn life preservers. I know it feels like you might be in a ditch, a creek, or whatever like that, but I feel like I've had this calling on me, and Tristan knows it, about survival tips. And I'm going to go into this in a way more depth on another episode, because I've been living and breathing the forest and the woods and nature since I was a little kid, you know. So there's a lot of things I can teach you guys about survival when you're on your own, how to build shelter, whatever it be. But the biggest thing that's been calling on my chest, my brain, on me total really, is just that, man, it seems like every week I'm pulling up something about a hunter that, thankfully there's been people this year that, I'm sure there's been somebody out there that's passed away that I don't know about, but there's been several great stories about people that have been rescued or whatever. I know a guy that got rescued on the Mississippi, I think it was, or the Illinois. But dude, wear your life preservers, carry a flashlight, share your location with somebody. That's the simplest thing you can do, dude. Is just take your phone real quickly and just say, you know what? I even do it with Tristan. Right now, my daughter hates that she doesn't have my location, but Tristan does. And the main reason, and my wife, because you never know. You never know, dude. I've been lost one time, and it's because I fell out of a deer stand while I was taking it down. And, you don't realize, dude, I didn't know where I was. I had no idea when that happened. But you just don't know when accidents happen, and it's not common. And when it does, you just want to make sure that you're safe, and the biggest thing is the life preservers. And as far as when it comes to that public land piece, the couple things I will add to that is have a dry bag with an extra set of clothes. 100% necessary. Number 2, make sure you have some kind of electronic warming or,
Propane
fuel
or something, yeah.
warming device. Have some kind, because,
especially if you get, public land, you probably, you're going to have a boat. So, yeah.
Yeah, no,
have it.
It could save
you got a boat.
It could save a life, no doubt about it. But, make sure you got those extra clothes. I think that's like a huge, huge thing, especially if you're the type of person that it's like, well, I don't want to get wet and have to leave. You might be able to stay if you have some dry clothes. Number 2, if you're on deep water that's above your head, do not wear your waders.
I was just
in the boat. Do not.
Yeah, I was just
do not.
I was just about to make that point. I think back on when we used to hunt along the
I didn't even think about it.
Altamaha River, because it's just not common knowledge that especially when you're new into duck hunting, you get in the water above your head with those waders, you're going down, you're sinking.
Right.
And really what we should have been doing is not putting our waders on and riding out to the spot, then putting our waders on, which I know, it's raining sometimes. It's just that's not an ideal situation. Mm-hmm. And quite honestly, if I was hunting the timber or something in Arkansas and knew it was just not too far in the deep,
not that deep
in the channel, I probably wouldn't do this. But if we ever hunt down on a big river again with a boat, I will not be wearing my waders until we get to wherever we're going, because I totally agree with you. It's it's sketch for real.
No, it is, and you're not going to be able to fight it. It's just gonna take you down. So, no, but anyway, I just wanted to make an important message. If it saves one life, it makes it worth it, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, I guess, the next couple weeks, we got, obviously we're about halfway through duck season, if not a little bit more. Ike is drinking water out of your open Yeti right now.
Good. Because she's pissed there's no ice in it.
But, no, to, wrap up hunting season, we got to hunt with Dirty Duck, which I think we've told you all about. We're hunting out there with Delta Thunder here in a couple weeks. We got the veteran hunt the 7th and 8th, which I'm really excited about that. I think we're going to hunt at Cade's, Delta Thunder for one day, and then hunt public in the timber one day. So really excited about that. That whole deal, get some good content out. Dude, that'll kind of wrap up hunting season, but we got some really exciting stuff about Ike coming up. Ike's going to be going to
Mill Creek Retrievers.
McKeever Wallace. He runs a really good operation in South Carolina, and you guys have heard him on the podcast if you're a regular listener. But we're going to be sending Ike out with him to his operation, and super excited about that.
No, I am. I am so super excited about getting her. It's going to be a double-edged sword because, Mama loves the dog. I love the dog too, but I also want her to be I don't know, this is the first dog, I guess because of her abilities that I've seen so far, that makes me feel like I have to pour in. I have to, just like I did with you kids, right? Like if Tessa wanted to sing,
All right, come here.
for example, right?
Here.
I want to give her the best platform to be able to do that, just like you and playing football down in Florida, wherever it be. So, you know, I want to get Ike. Ike freaking loves being up here, by the way. Oh my God, Tristan, this is something that you would not allow me to do right now. So Ike says hello. Hi, Pup.
Ike is on the
baby.
podcast.
Ike is on the podcast.
This is an incentive for you guys to watch the video, so you get to see Ike on the podcast.
Those are pretty girls. Those are good girls. Are you going to Arkansas? Huh? You gonna go see Tucker? You go see Teddy? Oh boy, and Benelli and all the other dogs, Mr. Glenn and Jimbo. We're gonna go see them all. It's fun for me to have this experience with her, but no, we got that with Dirty Duck going on, and you know Ike's going with us all along the way. But come mid-February, McKeever, I'm giving you my baby. And I know he's gonna do a great job with her. Her drive is something else, and she makes me look good. I haven't posted many videos lately because I don't want to be that person that's like, look at my dog, like look at my kid,
Right.
type of thing. Like, I don't know. It feels a little like a Doyle rules, a little bit. I don't know. I just don't like being that type of person.
I think people like seeing the journey of it.
I think they do too. That's a double-edged sword I'm always fighting, I guess. But she's got
What's up, guys? If you want coffee that doesn't suck, you probably can guess what I'm going to say. Get the Duck. Dirty Duck Coffee is the official coffee of the One Hell of a Life Outdoor Podcast, and they have a great lineup of different coffee blends, everything from Morning Wood and First Flight to Dark Dynasty and Suns Up, Guns Up. You can't go wrong with Dirty Duck Coffee. And they have a great lineup of cold brew cans, mocha, French vanilla, original cold brew, and cinnamon teal snickerdoodle. If you want 15% off your next order, use code OneHellOfALife15 on your next order.
incredible instincts. I'm already throwing birds out in the lake. She's going 15, 20 feet deep in the water, whether she'd go from 6 inches with obstacles in the way to 15, 20 foot deep water, and she goes after the birds that I've brought home. And I think I've really created a drive in her to want a bird so bad that she can't stand it. You know, so like she even knows where the freezer is, and if I say duck, she goes over the freezer and sticks her nose at the freezer door. So yeah, she loves it. So, but no, I'm super looking forward to that. But that vet hunt is going to be something cool. I mean, if there's one thing in my selfish life that I can be happy about, you know, looking back saying, man, you know, I joined the military because of this.
Yeah.
There was a lot of other reasons back then, obviously, that I did it. But now I'm like, dude, that's pretty badass. Honestly, like, I almost want to like do a Navy commercial and just be like, join the Navy. You can duck hunt when other duck hunters can't. You know, but it is a cool thing. So thank you, state of Arkansas, and all the other states out there.
Yeah, I'm excited to film it. I mean, particularly like Cage should be on fire like it was last year, but particularly doing the public land thing, I think is gonna be really cool.
It's been a while for us to be back in that timber, and it's gonna be a good place to be.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, it's just Arkansas public land timber. I mean, that's a whole different topic. If you've seen our reality of hunting, we tried to paint that picture as much as we can. It's you know, it's a whole different beast, and just the you know, on a veteran hunt that you would think outside looking in that people are in a little bit better spirits. There's less pressure. You know, people are just more out there.
You can hunt till sunset.
Yeah, people are out there for the right reasons to really enjoy it and just kind of put veterans on birds. So I'm excited to film it and hopefully get some good content.
Well, I'm just gonna, you know, we're sitting there, and once we get a limit, I'm gonna salute like that, and I'm gonna say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah,
I am, and I'm gonna be thankful for the fact that I slept on a 2.5-inch mattress for 6 months. I went to 13 different cities and 9 different countries, and I did all that just so I could shoot a mallard.
That's right. That's right. Shoot, what was I? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, go Jaguars. We are 12 and 12-4. We're gonna finish 13-4. About to beat the shit out of Texans this weekend, and we might just make it to the Super Bowl. See.
Dude, there's a lot of great games coming up. Like so many, like you got, who's it?
There's 2 for the division this weekend.
Pittsburgh and
Baltimore for the division.
Yep.
There is the Bucks and
oh,
we got a wild Ike. We got the Bucks and Panthers for the division, which is gonna be pretty good.
I didn't think you bringing Ike up here was going to end well. By the way.
Yeah, it didn't end well, but no, it'll be some good football this weekend. I'm really excited about my Jaguars. I've been through a lot supporting them.
Hey,
Became a fan in 2014, so I've definitely been along for a long ride, and definitely deserve to see some good football. So,
you know what else?
what?
Go Dogs. That's what I'm saying. Let's go Georgia Bulldogs. And guess what? There's one team that's not in the playoffs anymore.
What? Florida State?
No.
Florida State didn't even come close. Who's not in the playoffs? Bama is in the playoffs.
I thought they were out.
No, they're playing Indiana.
Oh, shoot. That's right. Guess what? You're getting ready to get your ass kicked. Indiana.
Wouldn't that be great?
I tell you what, dude, I think everybody, you have to agree, right? You think Indiana, except if you're an Indiana fan, you have to be just like, you have to root for them a little bit, I think. Don't you? I mean, I feel like I have to. It's just like, how can they be so dominant, dude? I mean, obviously the quarterback's incredible, but for Indiana just to do that, it's just like, I don't know. I think it's got a lot of people like false shock.
Yeah, no,
They're really that good.
It's definitely out of left field for sure, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. But guys, thank you for tuning in. That's pretty much everything I got. You got anything else?
No.
Yeah, but thank you guys for tuning in. If you love what we do, go check out the hats on onehellofoutdoors.com. Otherwise, stay tuned in with us on social media, and we're going to be posting some cool stuff and hopefully have some sick content to put out. But yeah, that's all I got. It's One Hell of a Life. Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a great Christmas.
Make 2026 better than every year that you've ever been here.
100%. Yep. If you're in sales like us, let's grind hard so we can have another good hunting season next year, because we'll all be way ahead of our quotas for the year and can just be stress-free during hunting season.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm going to say a prayer that I get at least 6 bands next year. I'm just kidding. Y'all have a good time.
And 180-inch deer.
I've been southbound, I've been hellbound, riding on the midnight train. Going too fast now, think I ought to slow down, standing in the pouring rain.